Hey everyone! Welcome back to 5 Best ONESS, where we explore the latest and greatest in the world of technology. I'm John Peter, and today we're diving deep into the future with our list of the best cameras of 2024. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, we've got something for everyone. So let's jump right in. Number 5. Fujifilm X-T5. If the Sony A7 IV is too expensive, the Fujifilm X-T5 is a great alternative at a reduced cost. With a 40-megapixel APS-C sensor, it's one of the best cameras for landscape and portrait photographers, with plenty of cropping and editing options. While it isn't as good for low-light shooting as full-frame cameras, the detail and image quality it produces are difficult to better at this price. The camera also pays homage to Fujifilm's photography history, with vintage-style exposure dials that make it simple to modify settings on the fly, as well as a three-way tilting screen that's ideal for waist-level shooting and street photography. It's also quite portable. If you want a more sturdy camera with better ergonomics for studio work, consider the Fujifilm X-H2. It employs the same sensor as the X-T5, but has a larger body and more features for hybrid or video shooters, such as a full-sized HDMI connector and CEV Express card slot. However, it is slightly more expensive and less portable. The Fujifilm X-T5 is a mirrorless APS-C camera. In many ways, it signifies a return to the photography-oriented roots of the X-T series, since the Fujifilm X-T4 was the most video-oriented camera in the series. Thus far, the X-T5 retains the Fujifilm X-T3's three-way tilting screen, has a lighter and more portable chassis, and shares its new 40.2 MP X-Trans CMOS 5 HR sensor. The HR stands for High Resolution, with the flagship Fujifilm X-H2. This is the camera for individuals who want the traditional Fujifilm shooting experience, with dedicated exposure settings and a strong emphasis on photography in an increasingly video-centric industry. The Fujifilm X-T5 is ideal for travel photography. It's compact, with a high-resolution EVF and a tilting screen that's ideal for waist-level photos. Its high-resolution sensor creates breathtakingly detailed photographs with plenty of cropping options, and its in-body image stabilization allows you to shoot at slower shutter speeds when handheld. Number 4. Sony A6700. The Sony A6700 is an excellent mid-range camera. This hybrid model has the same lens mount as the Sony A7 IV and supports a variety of native and third-party lens alternatives. Its lightweight form allows you to take it wherever you go, and its built-in stabilization makes it ideal for video production and handheld shooting. It also has one of the best autofocus systems on the market, making it ideal for quick subjects like wildlife and sports. And it's one of the few cameras in its class that can record 4K video at 120 frames per second. The Fujifilm X-AS20 is another excellent choice at this pricing. It includes a few features that the Sony lacks, such as 6.2K recording and raw video output, but its 8F system is less stable, and 4K recording is limited to 60 Fps. While some may prefer the centered viewfinder over the offset rangefinder EVF on the A6700, this is a matter of personal opinion. Sony's A6700 is their first alpha camera with an APS-C sensor since 2019's A6100 and A6600. It's a considerable improvement over the previous generation of Sony Alpha APS-C cameras, featuring a new AI-powered processing unit, an updated autofocus mechanism, and more advanced video capabilities. It also includes high-end capabilities such as in-body image stabilization, IBS, and weather sealing, making it one of the most feature-rich APS-C cameras available in 2023. The Sony A6700 is ideal for trip photography. It's compact and portable, with superb ergonomics and a long battery life. It's also a very well-built camera, having a weather-sealed body to keep out factors like rain and dust. The image quality from its APS-C sensor is superb, and the camera features a fantastic image stabilization mechanism that allows you to shoot at slower shutter speeds handed. It also features an excellent autofocus system that tracks moving subjects efficiently, even in busy environments. Number 3. Fujifilm X-S10. The Fujifilm X-S10 is one of the best value entry-level cameras, especially since it has been replaced by the Fujifilm X-S20. For those seeking a novice mirrorless camera without advanced video features, the Sony a6700 is an excellent option. While it cannot shoot 10-bit 4:2 video internally like the aforementioned cameras, it is still more than adequate for inexperienced content creators. It can shoot high-quality photos and films because to its 4K 30fps recording and superb APS-C sensor. It's also one of the few cameras at this price point that includes in-body image stabilization, which provides some extra stability for handheld pictures and vlogs. If you don't need IBIS and want to save money, the Canon EOS R10 is another viable option. It features a more reliable autofocus mechanism in general, although there are fewer lens alternatives for the RF mount. The Fujifilm X-S10 is a mirrorless crop sensor camera. It produces excellent image quality and shoots reasonably sharp, detailed video in both 4K and FHD resolutions. However, you may notice some noise while recording in low light conditions. Its in-body image stabilization feature reduces camera shake in both still and video modes. It's easy to operate, feels well built, and boasts a bright, sharp, fully articulated screen, as well as a variety of connectors for connecting peripherals. While its autofocus ability in video is excellent, it has difficulty maintaining focus on things when used for still photography. The Fujifilm X-S10 is ideal for travel photography. It produces excellent image quality out of the box, with minimal noise even at somewhat high ISO levels. The Fujifilm simulation modes can help add flair to your images, but we haven't tested the camera with these modes activated, and they can only be applied to JPG files. It has a very wide shutter speed range, allowing you to capture both fast moments and complicated long exposure images. It's also generally comfy to use and appears to be well made. Unfortunately, depending on your usage patterns and settings, the single charge battery life may be... Number 2. Fujifilm X-H2S. If you want a more competent camera for filming and filmmaking, consider the Fujifilm X-H2S. With a wide range of recording formats, video codecs, and a stacked sensor that decreases the rolling shutter effect, this is an excellent choice for sophisticated video work and action photography. Despite the high price for an APS-C camera, it competes with full-frame choices. Aside from its sensor, the camera has a great in-body image stabilization technology, which comes in handy for handheld video sessions and photographs with slower shutter speeds. Internal 10-bit 4:2 recording in F-Log2 provides ample dynamic range and post-production versatility, and the camera even supports Apple ProRes codecs internally for higher quality video files. It's also one of the few cameras capable of recording in 4K at up to 60 frames per second without cropping. Overall, the X-H2S is one of the greatest value cameras for amateur videographers. The Fujifilm X-H2S is one of Fujifilm's 2 flagship APS-C models. It, like its sister model, the Fujifilm X-H2, is built to last and boasts a long battery life. However, instead of a 40-megapixel sensor, it employs a 26-megapixel sensor with a stacked construction, resulting in faster readout speed and reduced rolling shutter. True to its name, the S stands for speed. Number 1. Sony a7IV. The Sony a7IV is among the top full-frame mirrorless cameras we've reviewed. The Sony a7IV boasts a higher resolution 33MP sensor, resulting in more detailed, clear, and vibrant images compared to the popular and best-selling A7ILA model. Aside from that, it boasts in-body image stabilization, IBS, an excellent focusing system, twin memory card slots with the option of shooting with a CF Express card, and improved video capabilities, making it a very well-rounded camera. While amazing, it is far from a flawless camera. Though it can shoot at a reasonable 10 fps burst rate, it decreases to 6 fps when shooting uncompressed RAW images. If you require faster burst shooting, the Canon EOS R6 Mark II is noticeably faster and can shoot at up to 40 fps in E-shutter mode. Canon has fewer RF lens options than Sony, making the A7IV a better choice. The Sony A7 IV is the fourth edition of the popular Alpha 7 mirrorless camera, after the 2018 Sony A7 II. It provides some useful quality of life enhancements, such as a redesigned menu system with touch navigation, more dials and customization choices, and a stronger build quality, but at the cost of a somewhat larger body. Sony's latest A7 camera boasts enhanced video functions and internal recording capabilities, making it a hybrid camera. That, along with a top-of-the-line autofocus technology and a new 33-megapixel sensor, makes this a worthy successor to one of Sony's most popular cameras, especially for those interested in both video and photography. The Sony A7 IV is ideal for shooting landscapes. Its 33-megapixel full-frame sensor captures a tremendous amount of detail and produces clear, appealing photographs right out of the camera. It also allows you to trim and print your photographs more freely. In RAW format, it boasts a very wide dynamic range, allowing it to capture more highlight and shadow detail in busier or higher contrast landscape images. Also, while its high ISO noise performance is slightly inferior than that of some comparable cameras, it still performs admirably in low light circumstances where the ISO needs to be increased. Unfortunately, it is not the most portable camera for lengthy walks or shooting in remote areas. The Sony Alpha 7 IV is a hybrid mirrorless camera designed for hobbyists. The Sony A7 IV is slightly more expensive than its predecessor, the Sony A7 II. However, it is still an excellent choice for people seeking a full-frame mirrorless camera without the latest video features. With a larger 33-megapixel sensor, a newer processor, and an updated autofocus. So guys, that concludes our list of top 5 best cameras of 2024. All product links are provided in the description, which is regularly updated to reflect the lowest prices. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.